it's on.
Yeah, we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Shamrock, Dash. Double honors to the apostles that rule well. So I take to the brothers in the four corners of this earth, preaching the truth with sincerity. You know, the day we longing for Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai destroy this place. This place is truly, truly wicked, especially in our own nation when it comes to these nigger women. I've been riding around, man, yesterday, and all the crab shacks was all full with nothing but nigger women. Nothing but nigger women. More women than men eating all that abominable bullshit, man. Crabs and shrimps, lobster, and nigger woman afford it, man. And that's why she gotta be destroyed. Majority of the 2/3, right? These niggas women will be put to death, man. They very disobedient, man. You got some?
Yeah.
And she's our enemy. Give me Micah 7:10.
Okay. Micah 7:10. And she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Yeah, that bitch gonna be trodden down in the mire of the street, man. Most High really gotta humble the nigger woman, man. Some of them gonna be humble, and some of them that's gonna be fuel for the fire. That's it. Some of them most of them is gonna be fuel for the fire, man. You know, these bitches, they don't take care of themselves. They stink in and out, right? They commit adultery in a high rate, right? Fucking married man and her pussy is like an open wound, man. You know when the arrow go in the quiver. You ever seen Archman or what's that, Green Arrow?
Yeah.
How many arrows come out of this? How many arrows come out of this? Plenty of arrows come out of that quiver, man. That's how her vagina is, man. Right? She don't have no morals. There's no God in her at all, man. No holiness at all. You know, but hey, thanks to the white man, huh? So-called white man, how he uses social media, Instagram, Twitter, and all this bullshit. Because it's really sorcery at the end of the day. Right? It's sorcery. So whatever the nigga woman see, like what Cardi B do, or Nicki Minaj, or what's that, or Lotto, or Gorilla, Ice Spice, they gonna do the same fucking thing, man. That's a nigga woman gotta really be put to death, man. Can't stand that black bitch. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 16.
And when they catch a heart attack, they like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Bitch, you don't exercise and you eating food contrary to the law. Go ahead.
Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
They are haughty. Go ahead.
And walk with stretched forth necks.
Yeah, they proud as fuck. Go ahead.
And wanton eyes.
Wanton eye with them bullshit ass eyelids. That's about 3 feet fucking long. Go ahead.
Walking and mincing as they go.
Walking and mincing as they go. Go ahead.
Making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Yeah, because a lot of these bitches is bald-headed, man. Without that lace front and all them stitches they be wearing, man. The stitches going to their fucking ankle. Come on, that's ridiculous. See the bitch that stitches all the way to her fucking ankles, man. You know? Yeah, so, yo, they gotta be put to death, man. The nigga woman gotta be put to death. You know, this America gotta be disintegrated, man. Right? Give me that real quick. Give me 2 Peter 3. Yeah, you need to be dissolved in heaven, and you can take over right out.
Second Peter 3:10.
Yes.
The day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
The day of the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night. A thief is, you don't know when he's going to come. You don't know when you're going to get robbed. You don't know when your house is going to be broken into. A thief, what, sneaks up on you. He catch you what? He catch you sleeping. Probably catch you when you on your little vacation because he got eyes on you. And when you gone, when you sleep, right? That's when he come to your house and take what you got. That's what your house shot is gonna do, man. He's gonna come like a thief in the night when you least unexpected. Right? We just heard a song by P. Diddy. I forgot what other bitch he's singing that song, Act Bad, Act Bad. Right? Act bad. Well, this is not the time to act bad, you dumbass faggot. Right? Excuse my language. You know, I gotta watch out what I say. You know, but he saw, but Pete Diddy to my act bad. Right? Because you're a flaming fairy.
Big sellout.
You're a sellout, man. And you're a gatekeeper too, man. Right? You're a straight bhakti boy. Bulla.
Yeah. Sacrifice his brother.
This is a time to say, do good and no evil shall touch thee. Do good and no evil shall touch thee. That's why niggas is dying in the alarming rate, man. Getting killed out here in these streets. Because why? They acting bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
It's going to be burned up, man. Right? And now people who's going to die, the scripture said they're going to die, the circumcised are going to die with the uncircumcised, man. Right? They're going to die with the Moab, Ammonite, Edomite. That's in Jeremiah 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They saw it somewhere in 24. They all going to die. The circumcision and the uncircumcised. Niggas don't even love themselves, man. You got big fucking bellies. You know, you don't even love yourself. You know, take care of yourself. The Lord stressed that about for us to take care of ourselves, man. No, but these niggas want to do what they want to do. And they love to have it so. Take care of your temple, man. The Lord said if you don't take care of your temple, he's going to what? He's going to destroy you.
Yeah. Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe to their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
You can take over with it.
Yeah, so
that was my exhortation.
They declare their sin as Sodom, and that's what our people are doing. They're declaring their sin as Sodom. They're not hiding it anymore. It's all out in the open. And when you talk to them about taking care of themselves, they say, oh, that's a chore. I don't have time for that. I just want to live my life. I don't want to have to worry about that. You're going to have to worry about it later on. You're going to hit 50 or 50s, your 60s, and you're going to be feeling like you're 80. You take care of yourself now, and your body will take care of itself later. We continue to do that. Well, we all going to age. Yeah, we all are going to die. All men are going to die. But why live your life in stress?
Age gracefully.
Yeah, you should be able to live to an age where you can see your grandchildren and not have to worry about your children having to take care of you. You can take care of yourself at that old age. And I want to bring one more scripture.
Yeah, because
or get to nuclear.
You know, you take care of your body while you're young, your body gonna take care of you while you're old. So yeah, we all gonna die, but it's the quality of life that you choose.
Exactly.
You know, choose a good quality of life where you 70, you able to move around, you flexible, you able to be what was that?
Independent?
No, that's another word. Agile on your feet.
Agile.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and also when you don't take care of yourself, especially if you have children or your family members, not also affecting you, you're affecting your family members. They got to worry about you. Oh man, Miss Brenda, she's in the hospital again. She had a heart attack. Dang, I hope she can make it through. So they worrying about you. But you take care of yourself, you're not gonna have to worry. You don't have to put your family in that position. Be worrying. I got one scripture before we get to nuclear. It's Isaiah 30:10. Will say to the seer, see not.
Oh shit, because that's the whole chapter I wanted to break down.
Real?
Yeah. Okay. That's the one that said they won't they go to Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been into that lately, but I've been reading that in the NLT. Yeah, but go ahead.
Will say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. So what they want to hear is, you know, come as thy are, you know, do what you want, do as thy will. Yeah, that Western philosophy. That's what our people want to hear. Our people don't want to hear the harsh things that their lifestyle is wrong, that they got to change the way they eat, They got to pray every morning. You know, go over the word when you have the time to. Go for walks. Do something. Exercise. They don't want to hear that because it's too much for them. They want to live in a little bubble. They want to live in the matrix. They don't want the red pill. They want the blue pill.
This one, yeah.
Oh man.
Two hippos crossing each other.
Yeah.
But I think you had said something earlier about how you can continue to live your life when you can't continue to live your life if you get bad.
Exactly.
You shortening your life.
Yeah.
You idiot.
I just want to live my life.
The way you live your life is by keeping God's law and keeping His dietary law. That's how you live your life, and that's how your life prosper and be prolonged on earth. Right? Keeping the laws and putting the right fuel for your body. And exercise.
And why is exercise important? A good example is a car. If you leave a car sitting for months and years, when you finally turn that car on, it might even turn on. That car has to run. That car has to run. So the same thing for our bodies. For our bodies to function properly, we have to use it. We have to exercise, tear our muscles so our muscles can heal stronger, or burn the fat, burn calories, get our heart moving, our blood pumping. The exercise is important, as well as your diet. Diet is definitely important because, for instance, your car's not getting the oil change or the proper lubricants it needs, and it's running all the time, it's going to break down eventually. So you need a balance of both.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just like for you to lose weight, you gotta go into the calorie deficit.
Yeah.
You gotta go into calorie deficit for you to lose weight. So you gotta eat less, right? Eat less and put out more. Put out more. It's mathematics.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
All of the precepts I read.
Article. We can start with Isaiah 9 and 5. So, as we've been talking about for the past few times we was out here, about Oppenheimer, I believe it just came out, on Friday? So, we haven't seen it yet. We have been educating ourselves on, the life of Oppenheimer, what led him to make an atomic bomb. And right after making it, he felt regret. The reason why he felt regret is because the Lord was controlling Oppenheimer to put those equations together to make that bomb. The Lord control your footsteps. The Lord controls what you do. So if the Lord wants something to be done, you're going to do it.
You're going to use it.
He uses it. Yeah. So in Isaiah 54, when it talks about he created the wasters to destroy, Oppenheimer is one of those people. It's Slakia, not the waster. The waster is the missile. The blacksmith that burned the coals in the fire. That one of those blacksmiths is Oppenheimer. She was one of the minds behind the atomic bomb. We go to Isaiah.
And black really means death.
That's right.
Death, no life, unrighteous. That's why they call us black.
Yeah. Isaiah 9.
Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the war, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garment rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and a fuel of fire.
Yeah, fuel of fire, man. So at this point in time, Sodom and Gomorrah already got destroyed. So this couldn't be talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. And we haven't seen a war. We saw War I and War II, but we haven't seen a full-scale war on America with nuclear thermal destruction. So this has to be talking about the future. In the scripture, I believe it's in Revelation 9, it said, one woe is past, the second woe coming quickly. And I believe in chapter 11, it says, the second woe is past and the third one coming quickly. They never talked about a fourth woe, which woe means destruction. So the scripture had to be talking about War I, II, and III. So I got this article, it's called, Does the Bible Predict Nuclear War? Okay. It says,
Just to back you up. This is Revelation 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third war comes quickly.
Third one coming quickly. And we got to remember that one day to us, one day to Yahweh was 1,000 years to us. So that's why to us it's such a slow pace. It's like, dang, when's it going to happen? Yahweh does things in his time. The same thing when you're down and out. maybe on bills, and then something happens where you're able to pay them. That's the Lord working in His time. You know, you can't rush how Yahweh does things. His thoughts are our thoughts. Our ways, His ways is in our ways. See, Yahweh is above everyone. So the way He does things, we can't question it. We want this to be over now, but we gotta wait on Yahweh shot. Okay?
Yeah. Hosea 7:13. Woe unto them, for they have fled from me. Destruction unto them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I have redeemed them, yet they have spoken lies against me. And they have not cried unto me with their heart. When they howl upon their beds, they assemble themselves for corn and wine, and they rebel against me. Yeah, for food and wine, they assemble themselves. Yeah, come on, we're throwing a party, such and such. Yo, I'm inviting you. Come on, let's get fucked up. Oh, niggas is there. Niggas is there. But for the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, oh, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. They'll walk back and forth like we don't even exist. Like they don't even see Bibles in our hands. Right? That's what Yahweh Shem Yahshai called us a what? A faithless generation, man. This is a faithless generation.
It is a faithless generation. And this generation seek it after the sign. That's why they got no faith. That's why when you tell them about the prophecies, they don't believe it's going to happen. Because Yahweh is not in front of their eyes telling them to repent. And Yahweh came from His throne and physically told everyone to repent and everyone would be in the light. He has some things in His own way.
It's like your mother-in-law. We was going to Orlando. You should know. I don't want y'all to go.
Right. Yeah, faithless.
I went to Houston. Oh, no, I want my daughters to go. Faithless.
Faithless generation.
Faithless generation. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's go to Luke 17:27.
Come on.
Actually, you start from
Luke 17?
Yeah. Start from yeah, 26. Start from 26. And then I will research this article and bring some more scriptures out.
Luke 17, verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also, and it was that likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, and they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
That's right. And this happened twice. So the first time, the Lord destroyed the Sodomites. The Lord destroyed the wicked with water. He flooded the entire earth. That's where you get the term Pangaea, because all the continents were separated. There was one time where all of the ground was together and the water was separated. It wasn't, you wouldn't have to fly to the state. You could literally probably drive everywhere if Pangaea didn't happen, which was when the Lord flooded the earth. Then the Lord destroyed the wicked with Sodom and Gomorrah. He rained brimstone from heaven. That was like the natural ICBMs. The Lord came and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah in the 5 cities. But this time, the Lord's going to destroy with ICBMs, the atomic bombs, hydrogen bomb. Okay? And the same thing that happened back then is the same thing that's happening now. It says they ate, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage. That's what they're doing now. Our people have no idea what's going to happen. I'm not saying there isn't, there isn't any that's woken up to what Esau's doing. But a lot of our people are just living this matrix. Wake up in the morning, go to work. They don't get no exercise, eat abominable foods. They don't even cook food to take to work or cook food for their children to take to lunch. These cafeterias got abominable food. That's jail food that these cafeterias are feeding these kids, man. Y'all should be cooking at home and sending your child with some vegetables, some rice maybe, some beans, some good quality food.
And that's what's going on. The heathens is really feeding feeding Israelites. They don't cook no more.
Yeah.
The black women don't cook no more. She said, "Oh, you gonna take me out to eat, Pooh? Where we gonna go out to eat? Bitch, why you don't fucking cook? Because why? She don't know how to cook. You know, it's always Grubhub, Uber Eats, right? Or DoorDash, right? You know, sometimes they lazy don't get their own, pick up their own fucking.
That's right.
So they call these these delivery services, like I just mentioned, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, to bring food for their family. And that food that comes into the household, there's no nourishment. You know, you can always tell people how people are or how people conduct themselves and how people look according to what they go shopping in the supermarkets. Because they shop in the middle aisle, which is nothing but processed food. And the processed food has some chemicals in there that's really not agreeing with their body. But since our people ignore the symptoms and warnings of their bodies, they just keep eating until it's too late, until they drop dead with a fucking heart attack.
Some of our people are allergic to seafood. They'll still eat the seafood. Their body is not telling them to eat it to penetrate.
Yeah, penetrate.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's why they were
Seriously?
they were going to put the healthy food further out.
Yeah.
They get too lazy.
Exactly.
Very hard.
That's right. When you first into the store, all the unhealthy food, you get that first. The healthy food is usually harder to find. You know? And sometimes I was looking at some bread in the store. It was like 100%. It was basically saying it was healthy. When you look at the ingredients of the bread, they said it had wheat gluten in it. This bread would be healthy. Why it still got gluten? Gluten is what make the bread, unhealthy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. They know. You see, Edomites, y'all wicked, man. 'Cause y'all know people are waking up to this bread. So y'all label this bread healthy to eat, but yet it still has gluten in it. You know, so that's how y'all destroying our people. But I want to read some of this article. It says, does the Bible predict nuclear war? It's important to keep in mind that the Bible's prophecies about the end times were written long before the invention of gunpowder or man-made explosions. In the book of Revelation, the Apostle John did a marvelous job describing what seemed to be nuclear events using the language he had available in the first century. Interpreting the book of Revelation from his perspectives produces remarkable evidence that there would be a huge war, probably nuclear, at the end of time. And some quotes from Revelation are, something like a great mountain burning with fire. The shape of the locusts was like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were crowns of something like gold. And the sound of their wings was like the sound of chariots with many horses running into battle. Yep, so John the Revelator, when he was describing the war, the World War III, he had to do his best to describe it. He obviously didn't have that technology back then. They were still using arrows. Arrows, shield. What else? These catapults. They was using catapults, horses. They wasn't using, jets, aircraft, guns, ballistics. They didn't have that back then. And that's why Isaiah 9:5 says, well, what's wrong with y'all?
Go ahead, bro.
In Isaiah 9:5, it was, when it said the war back then was with what? Chariots, swords. It's going to be with thermonuclear fire.
Come on.
Okay? I want to get 2nd Ezra 16. 2nd Ezra. Give me 2nd Ezra 16, verse. Okay. Alright.
Zechariah 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah, so there's movies on that, like best one we bring out is Terminator 2. Sarah Connor, she had the vision. She was holding on to the fence.
So 2nd Ezra is what?
16 verse. You read 3 to 7. No chapter's really good. I was trying to bring out about the archer.
Come on.
But yeah, when Sarah Connor was holding onto the fence, you know, you can see that, you know, her flesh was just blown away from that atomic explosion. She was wiped away. So that same scene is going to be on a full scale in America. That's going to be the entirety of America. And the Manhattan Project, it was other states that felt that bomb that they tested. When they tested that bomb, and that was just one bomb. So imagine multiple nuclear warheads just hitting America, one after the other. You know, America's not gonna survive that. Even if you happen to survive the fire, you're not gonna survive the radiation. That radiation will take you out. Japan is still suffering from that radiation in a small scale. That was years ago that they was hit with those bombs. Fat Boy and Little Man. Little Man.
Fat Man, Little Man?
Yeah, Fat Man.
I think they hit Nagasaki or Hiroshima?
Nagasaki. They hit both, Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
They hit Nagasaki first,
Hiroshima.
and days later, Hiroshima?
I think it was the other way around. I think so.
They both got hit.
Either way, it was overkill. Because whatever they hit first, when they hit the second one, there was no need to do it. It was just like an overkill. You know, because they was already going to surrender, and they hit them with another bomb.
That's right.
Once Esau get a taste of violence, he just keeps going. He don't stop.
And that's why in what was that? Mission Impossible, they was racing for that key.
Yeah.
Because that key was a key to what? I believe to atomic bomb, right? That was a big ass bomb.
Yeah, to bring the world to its knees. Yeah.
Yep. So there was after this key in Mission Impossible, man, right? Because that key has access to a big giant bomb, man. And I believe that was an atomic bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. That key was also also key to the AI, the entity.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's happening now. So Mission Impossible it's really not fictional. It's really not fictional. I'm pretty sure Esau has the technology to create a face mask that looks authentic and real to look like somebody else.
They've been making money movie on AI.
Yeah.
It's like by Centennial Man, Minority Report,
Skynet, Terminator.
Skynet. These are AI movies. These are AI movies where robots is going to take control.
Yeah.
And I think they got another movie coming out with Denzel Washington's son. He's going to be in a new AI movie. That shit look hot.
Oh yeah.
That shit look hot.
Yeah. I want to see that.
That trailer look hot.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to see that.
Yeah.
Right, where he's supposed to go save. He's supposed to destroy AI, but when he visited the AI, it was in the form of a child.
Yeah, child.
So he got orders to destroy that child. And this AI was so bad because the AI is going to grow up into adults. Wow. The AI is going to grow into an adult. It's going to age like an adult.
Yeah, so it's
that
like
AI is very highly intelligent.
So when stuff like that happens, you start wondering what's real and what's not. That's why y'all gotta come back, because if it gets to that point, there ain't no saving this world, man.
So that's why he got orders. Denzel Washington's son got orders. I forget his name. Isaiah? John David Washington? Yes. Anyway, John David Washington, he got orders from superiors to destroy it. But what happened with Washington? He got attached to it. He got attached to it like it was a human. You know? But that's Jake's. We get emotional attached.
Yeah.
We are very compassionate people.
Yeah.
We are very compassionate people, unlike our predecessor, Esau. Unlike our brother Esau, he don't have no compassion. Right? It's like Oppenheimer. We was watching Oppenheimer before coming over here. You know, he created the atomic bomb. He was one of the guys that created the atomic bomb. But guess what? And when they took out Japan out, that's when he had compassion. No, the Most High put it in your spirit to create it. Then you want to run a campaign and say, to this
Too late.
Yeah.
Because the government already got a taste of that power.
Yep. To stop the arm race. He ran a campaign to stop the arm race, in which you created one of the biggest bombs. You created an atomic bomb to destroy worlds, man. That's why you label yourself destroyers of world.
I am deaf. I'm just destroyed.
I am deaf.
Yeah.
You are deaf.
All right, yeah.
I got that.
Yeah, second
Ezra.
Ezra, yeah.
Reverse.
Start from like 4 to 7.
Second Ezra 16, 4 to 7. I'm sending fire on you. This is the GNT, by the way. I'm sending fire on you, and no one can put it out.
Okay.
I'm sending disasters on you, and no one can stop them from coming. Can anyone stop a hungry lion in the forest, or put out a fire that is burning in straw, or turn back an arrow shot by a strong archer? When Yahweh power sends disaster, no one can hold it back.
That's right.
No one can escape the blazing anger of Yahweh.
So when Yahweh, he sends his indignation, his plagues, his curses, you can't revert it. Because his word has already been sent out. It was the same thing in Exodus. Pharaoh was so proud, man. He saw these plagues and he still had pride in them. But Yahweh did that for a reason, so he could show his power. And our people still rebelled against Yahweh, even though he delivered them out of Pharaoh's hands. They was complaining in the wilderness. They was complaining that they missed the cucumbers, they missed this from Egypt. Now that's the spirit of Lot.
The cucumbers, the leeks,
the
and
leeks.
the garlic.
That's going to be our people. That's why Yahweh has to destroy the 2/3. Because even if Yahweh rescues our people right now, they're going to be missing America. They're going to be missing this lifestyle, this Western lifestyle. Going to work every day, eating abominable food, going to strip club, committing adultery, confusion amongst our brothers and sisters. That's why Yahweh has to do a clean slate. He has to take the chosen, take the remnant, take the goods, the valuable, extract that out of this place. Yahweh has to sift this place and destroy all of the wicked. Like you have a bad apple, you ruin them all. And that's our people, man. That's how our people are. Y'all raising these children up, and you're not even teaching them. Go to the gym. Go on the treadmill, bench press. I mean, you don't have to bench press, but do some type of exercise.
First, keep the laws and
keep the laws, God. You got to
take care of the spiritual before you take care of the outer appearance.
Yeah, the carnal. Can you hold Revelation 9 and 17, please? But I'm gonna read some of this article. So I'm gonna give y'all some information on a nuclear bomb. The anatomy of a nuclear bomb and what it means for today's world. There are two types of nuclear reactions. Fission splits the nucleus of atoms.
You can work for yourself if you want.
There are two types of nuclear reactions. Fission.
It could be a Fiji or it could be a Smart. The regular bottles, not the big ones, huh?
There are two types of nuclear reactions. Fission splits the nucleus of atoms, which are capable of creating and sustaining a nuclear fission chain reaction. Fusion forces melting atoms together, which produces tremendous pressure and heat with the release of unimaginable energy. Nuclear weapons that use fission alone to create
fusion?
Fission. Fission. Nuclear weapons that use fission alone to create explosive reactions are often referred to as atomic bombs or A-bombs, while those that use fission and fusion together are called hydrogen bombs, H-bombs, or thermonuclear weapons. So when Oppenheimer, he created the atomic bomb, years later, the U.S. government decided to advance the technology that he created, and that's how they had the hydrogen bomb. That's why there's that famous video of that big explosion in the water, which they bombed. I believe it was the Pacific Ocean when they tested it. They destroyed a lot of sea life. Esau don't care, man. Y'all really don't care. Y'all put a bomb in the middle of the ocean. What about all the fish? What about the whales, the sharks? They don't care about that though.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. And that radiation is gonna affect the water. It's gonna affect the water. Hydrogen and uranium can be used to create a straightforward nuclear fission reaction, such as the atomic bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. Okay, so we can get that scripture. Revelation 9:17.
Revelation 9:17. And thus I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them having breastplate of fire, and of a Jensen brimstone, and the heads of horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three was the third of men killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone, which issue out of their mouths.
This is what John the Revelator was seeing. And he described them as horses. These horses got that horsepower. They move fast. That was probably the fastest thing that he could think of. These bullets weren't running around at the time. The fastest thing they had probably was horses, maybe a falcon. So he described them as horses. They move so fast. And that's how those missiles move. They move fast. They reach their target, in a blink of an eye. Just like that. I'm going to read more on this. Much of the danger, actually I'm gonna go up. The atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima was approximately 13 to 18 kilotons, killing approximately 100,000 people. The bomb used on Nagasaki was 20 to 22 KT, leading to a death toll of 80,000 in a less populated area. For months afterward, thousands continued to die from the injuries, from the effects of burns, radiation sickness, and injuries. Thermonuclear bomb stockpile today average around 50,000 tons of kilotons. Take a moment to let that sink in. Yeah, it's a lot of the damage, like I said earlier, was the radiation. It was the radiation that killed them out too. The fire is just the one part. That's just the one part. That's why it's also Yahweh describes it as a plague. That radiation is a plague right there. That's serious. That's why in those nuclear power plants, they got to wear certain suits to protect them from that radiation. And only Esau can imagine to create something like that, man. There's only Edomite. That's why Yahweh used y'all to create that. It's in y'all mind to do so, to do wickedness. That's why in Micah 2:1 it says, when y'all on y'all bed, y'all dream it, and y'all bring it to light. Yahweh gives y'all that visions because it's in the power of your hand to do wickedness, Esau.
Proverbs 16 verse 4. Yahweh has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Yes, Yahweh has a plan. He has his good, he has his evil. It's like when you was younger, you was playing Cowboys and Indians, even though the Indians supposed to be the good guys, but to you, to a child, the Cowboys was the good guys and the Indians were the bad guys brought up. Okay? So the same way you can create a story in your head, this all is a story to the Lord. This is all just another chapter, That's why our mind can't comprehend. We can't comprehend the way the Lord works. I mean, just the way he put all the atoms and molecules together to create this planet. Not a single mind can do that. And that's when Esau hates. Esau wants to play God. That's why he created the atomic bomb.
Sirach 42:24. All things are in pairs, each the opposite of others. Each the opposite of the other, but nothing Yahweh made is incomplete. Yeah, just like Jacob is the opposite of Esau. One is made for righteousness, one was made for unrighteousness. One was created for the vessel of destruction, right? And who was created for the vessel of who's the vessel of wrath? Esau. That's what he is. All right. So that's why you don't have no problem dropping Little Man and Fat Boy on Hiroshima or Nagasaki. You don't have no problem. You don't have no problem arresting our brothers out here, killing our brothers and sisters out here. He don't have that problem because he's a vessel of wrath, fit for destruction.
Yeah, there's a scripture in Revelation, Romans 9. It said vessel of honor and a vessel of dishonor. Esau is that vessel of dishonor. The Lord said he hated Esau. The Lord is still going to use him for his purpose. There's nothing that the Lord created is unnecessary. Everything he created had a purpose. Sometimes you feel like you're useless or whatever. You got a purpose on this life. You're still alive, that means you still got a purpose. If your purpose is over, then the Lord take you away. So he kill, he make it alive. The same thing with like trees or plants. They when they sprout up, what's their purpose? So we breathe in oxygen, we release carbon dioxide. They take in carbon dioxide, give us oxygen. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle right there. Yeah.
Job 21 verse 30. The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Yeah. So they're reserved for what? The day of destruction. And that destruction is coming at night. It's around the corner.
That's right.
Right? You think those bombs is there just for the decorations? Just to say I have it? It's like you got a pair of Jordans. You know, you can buy a pair of Jordans and leave in the house, but eventually you end up wearing it.
Yeah.
You just bought it there just to keep it in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be used. You know, these bombs ain't gonna be collecting dust forever. At some point, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna trigger a false flag. You know, and it's gonna be a war. We don't know how it's gonna happen. We know that it will. More on this bomb. It says much of the danger of nuclear weapons comes from radioactive fallout. Contaminated dirt, plant, water supplies, and genetic malformities could pose a danger for months, years, decades, or even millennia after attack. That's true, because I think there's a scripture that says that after America can be destroyed, it's going to be a wasteland. I think that's in bring that out in a while. When it said it's going to
Is it 24 or 34?
I think it's 34. He said the scripture when it says America's going to be a wasteland, so beasts is going to dwell in it. 34, Idumea is going to split it.
Yeah, 34.
Yeah, Isaiah 30. You can get that, please. Yeah, because if Hiroshima is still suffering the effects of that one bomb, a fat boy, today, imagine America. America's not going to be able to be inhabited years and years later. It's going to be a wasteland. Ain't going to be no plants, ain't going to be no life. Well, there's going to be life, but it's going to be beasts. Beasts that can survive that radiation. Like roaches. Roaches can survive a nuclear war. Roaches are really hard to put out. I think a roach can live out his head for 2 weeks, I believe. So that's what's going to happen. Isaiah 34.
Yeah, reverse. Isaiah 34, verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf fall off from the vine, and as the fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
That's right. The people Idumea is talking about Edom. That's what the nuclear destruction is definitely meant for. It's meant to wipe you out, Esau, because of your wickedness. But the verse about the beasts is in 14. It said, the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and a satire shall cry to his fellow. The speech owl also shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest. Yeah, so this place is so wicked, and the Lord's not even going to want us to inhabit this place anymore. That's how evil it is. That's how much sodomy this place has. That's why the Lord has to open the other planets to us. He says we're going to have many mansions. That's why we got to have the other planets. Because America's not the only place to live in, but we're going to need other planets to inhabit as well.
Yeah, because we're going to be really fruitful and multiply. We're going to be like the sand of the sea. So that makes a lot of sense. How we're going to dwell in different planets. It makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, but it's not open to Esau because he can't pass the Van Halen belt.
Yeah.
He can't pass that Van Halen belt. You know, once they tried many a times, and their ships, their robots, they disintegrate on contact. But the Most High is going to open that up for us, where we're going to be able to travel to different planets. That's why they always make movies like traveling to the planets, because they know, and they got books that we don't even know. Right? They got books that we don't know. That's why they made that movie with Matt Damon. I forgot the name of it. It's not Interstellar. It's Martian, right? Right? Where he was able to grow vegetation in.
Yeah.
You know, that became his habitat. He was living, he was chilling in it. Right? So that's how we're going to be on different planets. Right? And those different planets are going to have the resources that we need to have vegetation and grow crops and have animals. The Most High is going to open that atmosphere for us to dwell in. That's why he said, I prepare a place, right?
Yeah, I prepared a place for you.
Yeah. It's not just going to be on Earth, and Earth is going to be expanded also.
Yeah, that's true. I think in Avatar, the planet they dwell on is like 2 times bigger than Earth. That's why Esau kept going back there, because they want what the avatars have. They want that land. They're also extracting that liquid out of those wells. But whatever Esau can get his hands on, he's gonna take and take. He's not gonna leave one branch, not one brick on the tree.
Yeah, I think that thing they were distracted from their brains in Avatar Part 2 with sea creatures was longevity, right?
Yeah, longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah. They said it was worth one vial that was worth millions on Earth. One vial. That's how useful it was for them.
Yeah, but everybody has what's that? Departure, arrival, and a departure. Even that Queen Elizabeth, she tried hanging in there.
Oh, yeah.
She had a lot of Israelites' body part in her, right? She was like a used car running on used parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But eventually you have to come to an end.
Yeah.
But you can't defeat death. When the Lord says it's time for you to perish, it's time for you to perish.
Everything has its end.
Everything. Right? Just like Michael Jackson, he was a king of pop. Well, at the same time, he didn't have no rule over death.
Yeah.
When it's time for you to go up, it's time for you to go up. No matter how great entertainer you are.
Yeah. The only thing you can leave behind is your name and what you did.
Yeah. Listen, the
Person.
scripture said there's no one that can retain the spirit. No one. All right?
That
Can't, my spirit. Oh, she didn't put it back.
yeah.
Can't do that.
Like in Looney Tunes, when their ghost departs from their body, they catch their ghost and bring it back in. Yeah. But they fly back in. It's Isaiah 34:10.
Even Thanos. You know, Thanos had all the stones.
Yeah.
He still had no power over death.
Yeah.
Because he got killed. Didn't he got killed?
Yeah.
He got killed by Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
He still got killed. You got killed by what's that? A mortal man.
Mortal man. Yeah.
And you had the stones. You was immortal. Iron Man was mortal. And you still got killed by a mortal man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So wisdom is better than strength. Tony Stark had wisdom.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Isaiah 34:10. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. So it shall be quenched day. It shall not be quenched day nor night. So when America goes up in flames, it's not going to be quenched. It's going to be burning for a very long time, for generations. And not only the fire, but like you keep saying, it's talking about their radiation. It's not going to be inhabited. You're not going to be able. Esau's not going to be able to build back up. Malachi 1:4 said that what Esau's going to build, Yahweh's going to throw down. Just like he did with, even though it was orchestrated by the government, but the Lord still took down the Twin Towers. And I believe Jeremiah talks about the Twin Towers, about the Twin Towers fall. So that Esau, you think you're in control of everything, but you're still following Yahweh's prophecy. See how that's crazy?
Yeah.
You don't believe in a God, but you're still following God's prophecy.
You aligning with his program.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything you do is for a reason. You know, your deceit is going to be your own destruction. It's going to be your own downfall.
Isaiah 46:10-11. For this is the day of Yahweh power of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversary. And the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiated and made drunk with their blood. For Yahweh power of hosts has sacrificed in the north country by the river Euphrates. Go up to Gilead and take balm, O virgin, daughter of Egypt. In vain shall thou use many medicine, for thou shalt not be cursed.
What's the word you use for the roaches? Fumigate?
To fumigate, yeah.
That's what Yahweh's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of roaches. There's a bunch of roaches in America, so Yahweh's going to have to fumigate it with his sword. He's going to have to do an extermination, get rid of the pests. You know, the scum. In Esau, you're one of that main scum, that pest.
Gone.
The Lord's got to wipe you out. You know, he's going to do his extermination with the missiles you created. It's going to backfire on you.
Backfire, yeah.
It's going to be a U-turn.
Yeah, it's like a boomerang. When you throw a boomerang, guess what? It's gonna come back. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to you. You created these what's that, ICBMs, but it's gonna be used against you. You don't even know it yet.
That's right. Oh, just like in Mission Impossible. In the beginning, the AI tricked the submarine that they ended up destroying themselves.
Yeah.
They shot a torpedo, and the torpedo turned around and took them out.
Yeah, wow.
By the entity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back to this article, it says only 7 countries have thermonuclear bombs: China, France, Pakistan, India, Russia, England, and the United States. Israel most likely has them, but they are strategically reluctant to admit it. The United States, with almost 4,000 nuclear warheads, and Russia with slightly over 4,000 warheads, could kill everyone on Earth thousands of times over. So they can kill everyone. You know how much power that is? They can kill everyone on the Earth 1,000 times over. So they could do it 1,000. This Earth could be destroyed 1,000 times by the nuclear warheads that this Earth contains. That's why Oppenheimer started feeling regret. He knew the what he created. But Oppenheimer, the Lord put in your spirit to create that bomb. That's why it had to happen. You see, man, that's the thing about us. We think we're in control all the time. You know, we're not us personally. We know Yahweh controls all, but a lot of people think they're in control. But Yahweh's control, man. That's why in John 15, Yahweh said, "You are predestined." Yahweh predestined this to happen. The elect that's here now, who's most likely there before. You know, if Lord willing, we are that elect. It said there's nothing new under the sun. It said the mind boggles. The mind boggles. Frankly, I can't wrap my mind around how much power those nuclear weapon stockpiles hold, or how much damage they could do. It's no wonder that the U.S. and Russia refer to the use of nuclear weapons as mutually assured destruction. Yeah. So the Lord's gonna wipe this place out. Let's go to you got something? Or
Most likely we drop the bomb on you.
let's go to Isaiah 47. It's 1 through 3.
Isaiah 47, 1 through 3. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks and make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right. The Lord's not going to meet you as a man. He's going to meet you with those missiles. That's how the Lord's going to meet you. And he's meeting America now. That's why AI is advancing. The Lord is going to implement that MOTB to make Esau think they have control. Because they want to implement the NWO. I don't know if you say the order, but you know, they want to implement the NWO. Have everyone under control. That's going to be an official slavery. Because when you put that chip, when you put that MOTB in your hand or your forehead, you know, you basically what you're doing is basically implanting that awe that it talked about in Exodus. You're making yourself a slave to the U.S. government. You know, but when that happens, Yahweh's definitely going to turn up the fan, and prophecies is going to be one after the other. It's going to be a domino effect.
That's right.
Okay. Are you ready to go? We end it off with verse 14. I'll go ahead and read it. Isaiah 47:14. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. They shall not be a coal to warm at, nor sit before it. Okay, so
that's not a type of fire you're gonna want, put marshmallows on the stick, marshmallow, chocolate, marshmallow, and make s'mores. It ain't gonna be like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be where you're gonna disintegrate. It's like Sarah Connor was holding that fence in Terminator 2. You're gonna disintegrate instantaneously, turn to ashes. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's gonna be a world, not a worldwide, but it's gonna be American-wide a cremation. There's gonna be a cremation here on America. That's what's gonna take place, cremation, right? Because you need a certain amount of heat to cremate a body,
That's right.
right? So that certain amount of heat, all the missiles that's going to hit America, that's going to be instantaneous cremation.
I know it's not spiritual, but I wonder if how it's gonna like sink some parts of America. That nuclear destruction and nuclear power, some parts of America might sink, like the city of Atlantis. But that's not spiritual. That's just me thinking.
And if you do survive the missiles, guess what? You're going to be destroyed by the wormwood because the water is going to be contaminated.
That's right. The water,
radiation,
the dirt.
So you're going to die either or.
Yep.
You better off dying with the missiles
Yeah.
because you're going to really suffer.
That's gonna be instant.
Yeah.
One more for sure. Isaiah 24 and 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. It shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it. And it shall fall and not rise again. Yes, the earth's going, those missiles hitting, it's going to be like an earthquake. It's going to be shaking. When they tested the bomb in the Manhattan Project, you could see that the earth was shaking from how much power, how much TNT that missile had. So that's the lesson. We'll watch Oppenheimer, nuclear destruction. Christopher Nolan, and it's just a movie about prophecy, and that prophecy will be unfolded. With that, we all praises to Yahweh,
Lord Shem,
Yahushua, Shem Rakakadash.
Death to America, death to East,
Son to
Thursday.
the
I'm sorry, Yahweh.
Shalom.